Hi there, 314ers. So let's go over this week's materials and lab and heads up, let's put it that way. So this week we have two topics, types and scheme conditions. So scheme conditions is really what the flipped lab is going to be on, but it's going to include types as some of the application for it. So make sure that you know both. But again, mostly it's going to be on scheme conditions for your flipped lab. Now, under course materials, there's our types. It's just a Word document for you to read. It does have some exercises on it and some things for you to try out. I highly suggest that. The other part is course materials, and then we have our conditional schemes and functions. So notice I got two things for you here. I have a playlist and I have the actual notes that we would have gone over if we were face to face. Please do the exercises that I have in the playlist for you. I usually go over a solution. So do the exercise so that gets you set up for the lab. So we'll talk about labs here in a minute, but I think a lot of you aren't really doing the exercises. You're just watching it, and then you get to the actual lab, you're getting surprised. I am hoping that after last week, we are going to iron out a few things. And again, I'll talk about that here in a minute. So those are your overall setups for your reading material and viewing material for this week. Now, we don't have any projects or anything else coming up like that. Grades-wise, the grader is already on your stuff. So I know some of you had to email me your lab stuff because there was a technical issue or something like that. It's fine for this first week. But now this is week 2. You know what to expect. I also had a few teams that said, oh, we didn't have enough time to zip. That's not going to happen anymore. You know it's 2 hours. I expect something and something submitted in those 2 hours. I'm doing the same labs in an hour and 15 minutes face to face. So I'm giving you 45 extra minutes, let's put it that way, to get this done. 2 hours should be just fine, so plan accordingly. Week 1 was week 1, or week 2 actually. The first lab was the first lab. It's fine, no big deal. Had a lot of logistical things here and there. Now you know what to look for in week number 3, or your lab number 2. So be careful with that. The other thing that's coming up constantly is my email. A lot of you keep using the wrong email, and I'm checking it now, but I'm not going to after this week because frankly other things start getting filtered into it and it gets ugly. So make sure you're using my right email and go from there. Other than that, this week for me is a good week. All my office hours are working. You find help, still all there. Matter of fact, I'm going over some here in a little bit. So use those if you need me. And then we have Manasa for her office hours on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I'll leave it at that. Good luck. Keep me posted. One final note is in the playlist, if there's something off, I'm probably not going to know it. So communicating with me, saying, hey, Lupoli, this seems to be in the wrong order, or hey, you didn't go over a solution, please let me know and I'll fix that up. Otherwise, I don't know unless you tell me. So don't assume a darn thing. I appreciate it, gang, and I will see you soon.